Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be making a cowl neck top. Cowl neck tops comes in various forms, shapes, and it can come in a dress, it can come with a top, it can come with sleeves, it can come without sleeves. So it's a draping style basically. Starting off here with the basic bodice, I'll start with the shoulder at 7 inches. Then I'll measure another 7 inches down. I'm measuring 9 inches for the armhole depth, so I'm just making sure I'm getting my accurate measurement, and I'll rule a line with my ruler. I'm going to measure out the bust point, which is 10 inches, then add 2 inches sewing allowance. I'm just making sure that my measurement is accurate. I'm going to measure out the length of my top here. Then I'll rule a line to demarcate where the top length is. I'll measure out 7.5 inches for my waist measurement, then 2 inches for sewing and ease allowance. I'm going to join the 2 points together. Then I'll pick up my tape roll and measure out 1 inch at this corner so that I can draw a curve. Then 4.5 inches. Then join it with my curve. I'm going to leave a bit of space, about ½ inch, when I'm drawing my curve inwards. You can also use a French curve or a curvy ruler to join it, but I'm just using my free hand. I'm going to start with my neckline, which is 4 inches wide, then 2.5 inches deep. I'm going to measure out the 4 inches again at the bottom so that I'm a bit accurate. Then I'll use my ruler to rule a straight line. I'm going to repeat the same thing I did at the armhole by measuring 1 inch to draw a curve. So that is it for the basic top. Basically, so I'm going to label it, sorry, as my front part. I'm going to cut out the pattern from the paper so that it's a bit more visible. Then I'm going to rule a line from the shoulder to the bust point, that is 9 inches, and I'm going to rule a straight line across. Then I'll measure 1 inch above that line, then rule a line. I was trying to figure out the line. Then you rule a line like a triangle across, so you can see there's a triangle across. I'm going to pick up my scissors and I'm going to slash the pattern. So I'm doing like a slash and spread technique here. I'll open it a bit and I'll also adjust it as I'm going. You can still cut it a bit more, but don't cut the paper to the end. So I've slashed open the pattern. I'm going to place this on another paper, which I'm going to trace it out. I'm just going to do a rough tracing out on another paper so that I don't get confused. I'm just going to pin it on another paper actually, so that I don't get confused. I'll place the front paper, the front pattern, on another paper. Measure out 1 inch for the zip allowance so that I'm able to do the back pattern. I'm going to just cut out the same pattern as I done on the front. Please don't be like me. Make sure you pin it down, or you use a paper tape or sellotape to hold it in place so that it doesn't move around. Now with my back pattern, I'm going to mark out the back dart. I'm going to mark out the length of the dart, which is 6 inches, and I'm going to mark out 1 inch allowances on both sides to create like a triangle. This will help guide me when I'm sewing my dart. I'm going to label it as my dart. Now I'm placing my fabric, the front part, on the fabric, and I'm just simply going to trace it out. I've pinned it down on the fabric. I'm leaving a bit of allowance on the fabric so that it will drip very well. So this is me after I finished cutting the front. You can see it's draping. I'm just demonstrating how it looks with the drapes on it. I'm also going to do the same for the back. I'm just going to trace it out also on my fabric. I'm going to sew an interfacing on the top. I just have a little fabric about 4 inches deep and the wideness of the fabric. I also did the same thing for the back. I sewed an interfacing on it for the back. So I'm going to join the shoulders and the sides of the top at my machine. So this is the end product. This is how it looks like at the end.